So this was my first ever Amazon FBA Wholesale product that I bought from Alibaba. It arrived in around 3 weeks, and then I prepped it and sent it to Amazon. And in a single day, I made £200, which is amazing for your first product. But then I received this. I received an intellectual property notice where the listing I was using was owned by another person, meaning it was a private label listing. So same day, I went from £200 to losing £450 in one whole shipment. That's how much my shipment, which I bought for that first product, cost me. And I realized that it's not going to be that easy, so I decided to actually not give up and look for another product, which I bought from IKEA, sent it off to Amazon, and I lost another £150 because I didn't know what I was doing, or I thought that product was going to sell, but it ended up not selling. And then came a story of how I accidentally found my first product, which was I was actually sitting down with a friend of mine, or kind of I met him online, and we were talking about business around eyewear, and he's in the eyewear business, and we were just talking, and he pulled out a box of wipes, and back then we were in lockdown, so we were wearing face mask, and whenever if you wear glasses and you have a face mask on, and if you breathe, the glasses would fog up. So he gave me the wipes and I used them. I'm like, oh, this is such a cool product. Let me see if this product sells on Amazon. And I checked that product, and as soon as it opened, there's only 3 sellers and it sells over 2,000 times. And my eyes literally just had the dollars in it. And I was like, cool, this product sells well. And the person who gave me that box also had an account open with the manufacturer of that product. So we're like, cool. I was like, let's sell this product together, and we'll go 50-50 in it. So he obviously reinvested the money. We bought around 120 units. We sold it all in less than a week, which was insane. So that's how I accidentally found my product. But now, obviously, I don't have to rely on accidents, as I know what I'm doing. And that's why in this whole video, I'm going to show you how to find low competition and high margin products so you're consistently profitable every single month, even if you have no experience or skills. By the end of this video, you shall have all the knowledge that you need. Now, product selection is the most important step in your Amazon business, because even if everything else you are average at, or if you don't pay too much attention at, it's fine. As long as you get your product selection correct, you will make money. So that's how important this step is. And you can see it cost me £450 when I got this step wrong. So I highly recommend you focus throughout this entire video and pay attention, because this is the part that you need to get right in your Amazon wholesale business. Now, before I show you the entire process of finding these products, you need to know this checklist, which I use on every single product to make sure it's a profitable product and it's going to sell. So this checklist basically allows me to filter out through all the products that are out there and just focus on the ones, or focus on sourcing the ones that are actually profitable. So I'm going to go through the 5-step checklist. Then I'm going to jump on and how to show you where to find these products and how to apply this checklist as well. Right? So first step of the checklist is you need to make sure that the best-selling rank of a product should be below 100,000. The lower the BSR, the more the product sells. And I'll show you what a BSR is on Amazon just in a bit. But if the BSR is 1,000, it sells more than a BSR with 10,000. And the way you can check your BSR is pretty simple. This is a typical Amazon listing. On every single product has a BSR attached to it. And you can find that BSR. If you just scroll down, you will see it under additional information and bestsellers rank. You want to make sure that this number is below 100,000. Below 100,000 means it sells. If it's like so I'll tell you, if it's in the range of 0 to 25,000, it sells consistently, like daily or even weekly. If it's in the range of 30 or 25 to 50,000, it still sells weekly, but not as much as the other product. And if it's in the range of 50 to 100,000, you may get sales every week or so, but they're still not going to be as fast or as consistent as lower BSR. But the rule of thumb is making sure that the BSR is below 100,000. Then the next check is going to be minimum 30% ROI. Now this check, again, I'll explain more about how to do this check later on, but this check basically means you want to make sure you are getting at least 30% return on your investment. Now, if you have no idea what an ROI is, here's a simple explanation. Let's say you bought something for $4 or £4. You sold it for $8 on Amazon, and from that you have Amazon fees of $2. So now your actual profit you made is £8 $8 minus 4, that's how much you bought it for, minus 2, and you're left with £2 profit. Now that is actually a 50% in return on investment, because you spend £4 and you got 2 additional pounds back. In total you got £6 back, but you made 50% return on your investment. So whatever amount you invested, you got 50% of that back additionally. So that's what ROI is. Now I can make a whole new video on this, explaining how to calculate profit and ROI. So let me know in the comments if you want me to go ahead and do that. That's the second check. The third check is, I'll actually show you guys an example of the ROI as well, and how you can kind of make sure. Some of you might be thinking that, just is it really possible to find products with 30% ROI? I'll show you an example. So this is a real product I've sold in the past. This is the wholesaler I bought it from, and basically they had this product which came in a pack of 24 units, and I actually ordered a whole pallet of it, and I'll show you just in a bit as well. That product you can buy for £2.24 per, or including VAT, £2.69. I actually managed to negotiate it and bring the price down a lot as well, so I was able to make more profit. But that same product here was selling in a pack of 2 for £9.35, and you can see here this is actually an invoice which I have paid off, and it cost me $1,093.68 for 28 boxes of 24 units in each. So in total it was like a whole pallet of quite a lot of pint glasses, and then I did a pack of 2 and sold it. As you can see, there were 302 orders for this specific product, and for each unit I was making £2.50 per unit. So I was buying it for, I think I don't remember on top of my head, but it was around £1 something for per unit. As I bought in such a high volume, I was able to bring the price down, and pack of 2 cost me around £3 and something, and after the fees and everything, I was making £2.50 per unit, and that's a 78% ROI, which is insane, which is quite a bit of ROI to begin with. And one more thing I would like to mention about ROI is that at the start of your journey, looking for minimum 30% ROI is great. Eventually, when you look to scale, you look to go past making 50, 100,000 a month, you will have to negotiate the ROI to 15%, 30%, 20%, 25%. So that's the ROI. Next check is recent reviews. So what recent reviews basically tell you on a listing is that people are buying this product, at least recently, or someone has bought it recently, hence there is a review on it. And what I mean by that is, you go on a listing and then you click on the ratings here, and it will take you right at the bottom of this listing. You want to switch this into most recent, and this will show you all the reviews that this product has got recently. And you can see the last review is actually in October, which means at least in the last 90 days, October, November. So in the last 60 days or last 90 days, there are some recent reviews, which just means that there has been there would only be 3 reviews if this product got at least 300 orders or stuff. And now Amazon has a great feature where it actually tells you an estimate of how many of this unit has been bought in the last month. So this also is a good indication that tells you that, okay, this product is actually selling. So that's the third check you want to make. Then fourth check is avoid competing with Amazon. You never want to jump on a listing with Amazon, because Amazon can buy the same product at such a huge scale that they can negotiate the price to come down to what, if you're buying it from a wholesaler or a brand for £2, Amazon can go as low as £1 or even 50p. That's how much volume they can buy. And here's a pure example of what I mean. This listing, you can see Amazon's on this listing selling this product for £4.86, and the next FBM seller, not even FBA, but FBM seller is at £7.14. So like the chances of you winning the buy box or trying to compete with Amazon is almost impossible. And that's why you want to stay away from listings with Amazon on it. All right. And the last check, and the most important check, the check that cost me £450 on my first shipment, and that is to make sure it's not a private label product. And I get so many people asking me this question, just how do you make sure the product is not private label? Here's my simple rule of thumb. You want to make sure a listing has at least more than 3 sellers, more than 3 different sellers, and all of them are in new condition. So for example, this listing right here, every listing has a buy box. Only if there is one seller in it, there won't be a buy box. But as you can see, this listing right here has 12 sellers. You want to make sure the filter is set to new, and there is different sellers. So sold by, you can see different name, different name, different name, different name, different name, different name. Cool. Different sellers selling this product, meaning this is not going to be a private label product, 99%. Now let me show you an example of a private label product. So this product only has one seller, and that's why, as you can see, there is no buy box as well. But this is a private label product. This product has three sellers, but technically two. It shows three sellers, right? But look here, there is sold by this person, now sold by this, and sold by this. So there's technically two sellers only, and we said three different sellers. All right, three different sellers in new condition at least. So that's how you avoid private label listings or products. So you make sure you never jump on a listing that you are not allowed to jump on. So that's the 5 checks. Now, these are the 5 checks you are going to use and apply on every single product that you find to make sure it's a product that's actually going to sell. If it does not meet any of these checks, I would not recommend selling that product, just because it may result in you not making any money with that product. There is one check that you can only make after you source the product, but we'll get into that in a bit as well. But this is the check you're going to apply. Now let's go into how you actually find these products that you're going to apply these checks on. So for this, you're going to use the number one Amazon FBA wholesale software in town, and that is Sourcio. You don't need to spend money on multiple softwares, because there are so many wholesale softwares that you can subscribe to, like a product analyzer, product research tool, product sourcing tool, this and that. But Sourcio is all-in-one. It has the product database, it has the product extension for analysis, and now we also have a wholesale scanner. So you can get 50% off the yearly subscription or the monthly subscription. The offer is valid until the end of 2023, December 2023. These are the codes. When you're on the payment page, you can simply put this discount code, then apply discount, and you will get 50% off, which is an insane discount. Now, I'm going to jump on Sourcio and show you exactly how you're going to do your research. I will also show you quickly the filters that you can take a note of, which I will talk about just in a bit. But this is the filters I use. In the package size, in here I made a mistake. Just change this to all. You don't have to do exclude oversize. But these are the filters, default filters I use. Now, what I mean by default filters, these are filters that I just start off with, and I recommend people to start off with. But then if you have higher budget or more money, then you can look for products with at least minimum of £15 or £14 in price range, because that way you will find products with a bit higher ticket. So that way you don't have to compete with people who are selling these small ticket products, or even £15 is low ticket. But what I mean by is that if you're more budget, you can change this and change these variables, and then you can apply the filters. So now let's jump on Sourcio. So this is the product. As soon as you sign into Sourcio, this will be the home page. Now there is a product database, and there's also the wholesale scanner. And here in the wholesale scanner, what this feature does, I will quickly talk about it. You can upload an Excel sheet or an inventory sheet from a wholesaler, and then Sourcio is going to automatically check those products on Amazon to see. Let me just dismiss this. To see on Amazon to if they're profitable or not, and then it will tell you. So let me see if I can show you a. There you go. So let's see this. So as you can see, I imported an example one. So this product right here, I was able to import, and Sourcio goes ahead and told me that these products have this much fees. It hasn't. This was prior to the wholesale scanner being launched, but this is how the layout would be, and here it will show you the profit and stuff like that. Anyway, let's go back to the product database where you're going to find product. So currently there are 238,000 potential products that you need to go through and apply the 5 checks to find profitable products. Now, not all of them are worth your time. So what I suggest is you put the filter, and the filter that I recommend is the Chat's default filter that you guys actually go on the second one, because this is the right one. So you can see you can copy and keep this as well. Usually what you want to do is, actually I'll just start from scratch. So what you want to do is simply, for brand, if there is any specific brand you want to exclude, like Apple, then you can click this and then type in Apple. and there you go, Apple will pop up. So now it's not going to show you any Apple products in this database. Then if there's any category you want to exclude, then you click on that, and then let's say we want to get rid of fashion, so we can just do fashion. Then we don't want video games, we don't want computer accessories, whatever category you want to get rid of, you can get rid of. I recommend you get rid of fashion and stuff that you know you're not going to sell, and just not waste time getting those products come up here. Then for price range, again, I would recommend 698, 6.98. That's the price I would recommend you look, or these are the default filters. Again, you can change around and play around with these filters. Then the BSR, we're going to put maximum BSR is 100,000. For minimum rating, we're going to do 3.5. For number of minimum reviews, we're going to do 50. And for minimum sellers, we're going to do 3. And then we're just going to untick includes sold by Amazon. So we don't want to include listings that have Amazon on it. Yes, even after we have disabled this, sometimes it might just show up a listing with Amazon on it because it still hasn't tracked or shown that Amazon has jumped on this listing. So these are the kind of filters you're going to use, and then you're going to do apply filter. Now from over 200,000 products, you're going to filter this database into just having, let's see how many. I want to put this somewhere where it doesn't annoy. There you go. So it's now filtered, and we have 17,000 potential products. Now, whenever people come to me like, Jats, I can't find a product, I just ask them this question. Have you gone through at least 10,000 products, 5,000 products, 3,000 products? And most of them haven't even done that. So once you have got this database, now it's time to apply the 5 checks. And I recommend you go one by one. So what I usually do is I click on that product, and I can actually just copy the ASIN of this product. And if you have the sourcio extension installed, you can paste the ASIN here, and you can actually see the data, in-depth data about that product if you wish to. So first thing first, we know this is not going to be a good product because there's only 2 sellers. So we know one of the checks is to be minimum 3 sellers. Now, by the way, you don't have to follow the checks in any order, whatever you're comfortable with. I prefer just looking at a listing and be like, okay, this is not going to be profitable, so I'm going to get rid of it. By the way, as you can see, that product has been filtered, and it's gone from here as well because there are 2 sellers. And again, it might have been due to the data just being tracked right now to tell that it's got less than 2 sellers, or 1 seller has dropped off the listing. Let's go in this listing. There is 4 sellers. Okay. Now let's look at other things, such as how many sales it has in the BSR. Usually I would go load prices and then wait for it to load. And as you can see, the BSR has been consistently being in below 100,000. Right now it's in 24,000. You can even see the BSR here. Amazon sales rank is 24,000. Then the next check would be to see recent reviews. You can actually just click on the product on view on Amazon, and you can go down. I usually like to do the 5 checks on Amazon because it's easier and faster. You can click on this directly, and you can go on most recent. Yeah, November, August. Yep, there is negative reviews, and hence it's 3.5 or 3.4 rating. So I would again not go for this because Sourcio has shown it, because it's almost at 3.5. In the back end, it must be almost at 3.5, but because it's 3.4, I wouldn't go for it. But then I know that product is not there, so I'm not gonna go. Has not passed my checklist, so I'm not gonna go for it. And then when I go back again, let me just. Okay, now I have seen that product is actually gone because it was 3.4. Now let's say I came across a product that passed all my checks, and one check I need to confirm is the ROI. And the only way you can actually check the ROI of a product is if you know the buy price, so how much you can buy the product for. Now the only way you can figure out the buy price is actually when you source the product, and product sourcing comes after product research. So from that 5-step checklist, 4 of them you can check while you do your product research. And let's say this product actually met your 4 checks, except the ROI. You can actually click on this watch button, and let's say this product as well. Now, when you click on this watch icon, you can then do show on watched only products, and you'll be able to see all the products that you are watching. And you can even download this as an Excel sheet, so then you have a data, or at least you have all the products that's passed your checklist. And then the next part would come to sourcing the product. So as you can see all the information about that product, and then you can go ahead and source these products. Now, sourcing is a complete different whole different video. So if you want me to make a video in detail of how to source products, how to find profitable suppliers and everything like that, do let me know in the comments, and I will go ahead and do that as like maybe a part 2 of this. But I hope this video was helpful to you. I'm sure I'm not forgetting much, but the goal should be for you is 1 week, do product research, which is finding products that meet the 4 checks except the ROI. And then the following week, you're going to go ahead and do product sourcing. That is to find the product suppliers so you can then buy it from them and start reselling them on Amazon. Again, let me know in the comments if you want any specific type of videos, and I will go ahead and create them. Hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Have an amazing day and take care.